Rosie.
Doesn't get easier the second time. I thought it would get easier.
Yeah, boys, we're back here, 4:40 in the morning. We're about to go get our 125 bucks, $25 an hour. You know the drill.
Yeah, let's run it.
Let's keep that hot streak going. Oh boy. All right, catch you in there. For this hand, we pick up 4 5 of hearts on the button. After we see a call from middle position and the cutoff, I decide to call here with 4 5, and what do you know? We bink. Ace 2-3 is the flop. We hit the nuts. We see a bet from the cutoff. I think it's a little too strong just to raise it immediately. I want to keep their bluffs in, so I just called the $10. The turn is a 6, which shouldn't change anything. I either had 4 5 or not. He decides to check to us, and I bet $35. I think I should have sized up a little bit, as the player had a big stack behind him, over $800. So when the Queen of Clubs comes, obviously not a good card for us. We no longer have the nuts, and opponent just donks $100 into us, and we're put in a tough spot here. The reason why I don't think he's bluffing here that often is because I should have more of the flush draws after I just called flop, and then after he checked to me, I bet flop, which would... There's a lot of flush draw combinations that I do have there, so I actually decided to fold here to the strong bet, and after flopping the nuts, we still find a way to lose that one. On to the next.
Hi. I bet you're wondering how we got here. Let's run the tape back and I'll tell you guys about it. We look down at King 5 of hearts in the big blind. Under the gun straddles. There's 2 limpers. I call in the big blind. The straddler checks. Board comes 4-6-2 with the 6 of hearts. We have a gut shot straight draw, a backdoor flush draw, and an overcard. Not a terrible flop. The small blind does lead out for $7 here though, so he should have a pretty strong hand. I do make the call though with my plethora of draws. I don't hate that play. The under the gun straddler calls as well. The turn is another 6. Not my favorite card, to be quite honest, because the small blind could have a lot of 6s in his range given that he led the flop, so prepared to give it up here. But it checks around. We get a free river. That free river is the 3 of hearts. The gutter gets there. We have a straight. Interestingly enough, the small blind bets $40, which is more than the size of the pot on this card. It's at this point where I realize that Frankie is filming me from his table. And I go for the raise to $100. What am I targeting, you ask, with this raise? Trips? I guess I want a 6 to call me with 4 to a straight on the board. Just really don't have any idea what I'm thinking. And then I look at the camera like a boss. Wow, dude, you're so sick. Just staring down the camera. So sick, dude. You're so sick. You're so sick. And he puts me all in for like 150 more. Now, at this point, you're probably like, all right, Rosie, the gig's up. Let it go. You made a dumb play. But unfortunately, that is not where this ends. I become convinced that he is trying to bluff me off a chop and that he also has a 5. As you can tell, he's got a lot of chips on his side of the table. A little over 2,000 to be specific at a 1-2 table. $2,000. I think he's trying to bully me. Just horrible logic for me. All that in mind, I decide to make the call, and he shows a boat. Yeah, no shit. And you guys need to see what happens right after.
Get back to school. Stay in school. Get back to school. Stay in school.
Wags a finger right in my face. Tells me to go back to school. A little braggy, right? That's a little much, right? The whole table laughs. Everyone is having a great time. I'm so happy that I could bring a smile onto everyone's face at the poker table. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know I sure did. Didn't catch this hand on camera as my phone was charging, but it happened shortly after that dreaded King 5 hand, and you guys need to hear about it. So we look down at pocket queens on the button, 2 limpers, cutoff makes it 7, I 3-bet to 22. Everyone calls, so we go 4 ways to a flop of Jack, 6, 9, all spades. We do have the Queen of Spades. First limper checks, second limper donks out for $25. Immediately think he is very strong here, as he is a limper and a donker. He should be playing pretty straight up, but can't fold my queens just yet, only I call. We head to a turn heads up, which is the 3 of diamonds. He leads out again to the tune of $40. Alarm bells going off inside my head, but I don't think I can fold just yet. I toss in the call. The river is the Queen of Diamonds, giving us top set, and interestingly enough, he bets again for $55. He totally could have a flush here, that would suck, but he also could have sets, 2 pairs, maybe a good jack. There's enough that we can beat to where I'm gonna make this call knowing I will lose some percentage of the time. We toss in the crying call. He flips over ace jack with the ace of spades. He did have top pair with the nut flush draw to go along with it. We take this one down, and the poker gods were looking out for me to end this session.
Just wrapped up the morning session. Frankie and I talked about making the title of this video Choctaw University for what you're about to see. But the main lesson learned actually just happened. Definitely got a little too cocky and tried to make a play in front of Frankie, in front of everyone watching, when I probably could have either called or just folded, or not even played the hand in the first place. But you learn, you live. My ass was saved by the pocket queen's hand, which you saw shortly after. Now, for the next part of my vlog, Frankie's still at the casino, but the title of this vlog is called Enrolling in Choctaw University. Well, I just told you guys about a valuable lesson I learned. That's not the reason why we called this vlog Enrolling in Choctaw University. I actually have class in 20 minutes. Plan was my class starts at 10. We played from 5 to 9:30. Gonna come up here, do my classes while Frankie plays, and then we'll drive back. I've learned my lesson, and now let's go to school. I just wrapped up Zoom class number 1. Got one more of these in 15 minutes, and then we're done. Frankie, hoping you're doing well.
I hate jiggities. Okay, you guys missed the hand, but basically I had jacks. Board came 5-3-7, and I bet, got raised to 75. I call. Turns a 2. He bets 25. I call. River's a 10. He bets 25. I call. He had 5-3. So we'll get back in it.
For the next hand, we wake up with pocket kings in the cutoff. There are 2 limps to us, so I raise it up to $12. The nut from who had 3-5 against my pocket jacks decides to 3-bet us to $24. This is absolute music to my ears, as although he is a nut, he doesn't raise that often. It's mostly betting out of turn and calling with crazy hands. So after seeing him 3-bet, I think he has a pretty strong hand, so I 4-bet to $72. Almost 3x, definitely something he's going to have to call, which he does. We get to a flop that comes King 8-5, cha-ching, top set, have the nuts. Actually decide to check the flop here, and he falls into our trap betting $25. I just make the call. The turn comes a 6 of hearts, very clean card. I check again, and he bets $25. I decide that I'm not going to let him put any more small bets in. I raise it to $85 on the turn. He calls. And then the river is the Jack of Diamonds. Thank God the clubs didn't complete. I already thought I was calling no matter what, but just a great river there, and I jam for the rest of my stack. The crazy guy calls, and he tells us that he had pocket jacks, so set over set for the full double up. Don't feel too bad, as I was dominating him the whole hand, so it's not like he got rivered or anything. So great hand, got him back, and that's how you want to play against the nuts. just half kings.
492. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 1, and 2.
Holy shit, it is bright. The morning bender has come to an end. I think we both went to school today. Choctaw
Oh,
and
yeah.
you.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I think the first lesson, for me at least, is the only thing worse than a set is losing with the set, which was a rough one.
That's pretty good.
But I think Rosie learned from the actual professor of Choctaw.
Yeah.
That was kind of a crazy hand.
Just learned that just because there's a camera in your face doesn't mean you have to act like a donkey. And I'll be better next time, I promise.
Okay, so that's the lesson for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And you know we'll be back for more, so can't wait.
Peace, boys.